Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have Charlie on Red White Painter versus Heather on Eureka, one of my favorite decks in the format right now. Probably what I would play if I absolutely was gunning for the W. There's a lot of other decks that I have a great deal of fun with in Legacy that are also very competitive, but Eureka probably edges them out because of how strong Veil of Summer is in the deck. I mean, Veil of Summer, just an incredibly potent magic card, making your spells uncounterable, and it's like in the best of scenarios, it's like a cryptic command with a mind break trap, all for 1 mana. I mean, it's just outrageous. You're countering things, you're drawing a card. Now we had a Goblin Welder for Charlie, and Eureka, Show and Tell putting in Omniscience for Heather. Recruiter of the Guard does trigger. It looks like Heather's actually letting that trigger resolve, so no Cunning Wish kill. And that's going to grab an Aethersworn Canonist. So Heather's going to be facing down a 1 spell per turn. Oh, wow. All right, well, she had the Cunning Wish, giving Charlie just a glimpse of hope and allowing for that Recruiter of the Guard to actually resolve its triggered ability, but ultimately just gaining the extra information. So Heather now knows that there's a main deck Aethersworn Canonist to contend with, and she still gets the win. Now, the most common win for those unfamiliar with Eureka is going to be Shared Summon for Gristlebrand and Emrakul. So there's a new upgrade to this deck over the last couple of years, M20 I think it was. Instead of using Eladmari's Call to just go tutor up 1 creature like an Emrakul, you get both, which is actually enough to win the game on the spot, getting your extra turn thanks to your Omniscience. The second way that you can proceed is a little bit more complicated, and that's going to be to Cunning Wish for Firemind's Foresight, which will typically grab a Brainstorm, an Impulse, and another Cunning Wish, allowing you to Cunning Wish again for a Shared Summons, and then get a Emrakul into your hand, and then Impulse and Brainstorm, putting the Emrakul back on top of your library. It is from there just a matter of repeatedly casting Release the Ants until your opponent is very dead. Oh, I'm sorry, that last Cunning Wish will grab the Release the Ants. There's also the possibility of sideboarding in Release the Ants, which is an increasingly important line. So instead of grabbing the Impulse, you grab the Release from the Ants, making it a little bit more compact and a little less luck dependent. On the other pile there, when you get Brainstorm Impulse, you have to hit a Gristlebrand or Emrakul versus a lot of decks in order to then win with the Release the Ants. We'll see if that comes up in this match. No idea if Heather boarded it in. Generally, if your opponent's going to have a high amount of cards that enter the battlefield and really demand that you respond with a Cunning Wish kill for your Omniscience. For example, things like Reclamation Sage or Agent of Treachery, any type of goofy cards that they might have that are going to ETB to win. Now we got a Recruiter of the Guard off of Ancient Tomb. Heather with a very slow start. Mystic Sanctuary entering the battlefield tapped. And the mana base of Eureka is a really interesting point of contention. Oh, actually Force of Willing. So allowing the fetch to resolve and forcing Recruiter of the Guard. And a Eureka, namesake of the deck, off of double Lotus Petal. We get a Gristlebrand. And now Charlie puts in got those awesome sleeves from Dragon Shield. They did Loki and Fenris Wolf. I love the way they look. Looks like a Planeswalker here. Is that a Gideon? I believe it is. So Eureka has resolved. 2 Lotus Petals expended. And it's going to be the Griselbrand show from here. I do believe this is a Gideon. Red-White Painter could have potentially had Narset. Oh, not Narset, Nahiri, which can also summon an Emrakul on its side of the board, which is always hilarious. Ensnaring Bridge being cast. Heather digging, trying to find a counterspell or another way to win. That doesn't care about the Ensnaring Bridge. She's going to go ahead and draw additional cards here. Now down to 5. Force of Will and 14 off of Griselbrand. And Force of Negation brushes aside. Oh, Monkey Blast. Oh, look at that. Monkey blasting the Force of Negation. Simian Spirit Guide enabling the red mana. And Heather did lose her Show and Tell. Does she have more? I mean, she's got a mitt full of cards. But not able to turn Griselbrand sideways here. Charlie not going to be able to attack into Griselbrand very effectively. Anytime that he gains Heather 7 life, she's going to be able to convert that into 7 cards. Ponder. Ensnaring Bridge. Sideboard card in a lot of red decks. Burn. Also. Oh, here we go. Pyroblast getting taken out. We see Blood Moons. Red Elemental Blasts as well. And this Painter Grindstone deck is a bit of a dog in this matchup, I'm not going to lie. The Painter Grindstone, even when you only have 1 Emrakul in the deck, does mean that you're not actually going to be able to win by just grinding them out. The Emrakul is going to trigger and shuffle everything back into the library. So you got to go, in fact, grab a Tormod's Crypt or something along those lines to make it work. And now Firemind's Foresight off of a Cunning Wish. And it looks like Heather's going to opt for bouncing the Ensnaring Bridge and then Cunning Wish to grab Emrakul and proceed to attack with both giant monsters for the win in what is a very, very difficult matchup for Painter. I mean, you really just need an incredibly strong... Everything has to come together for Red-White Painter to win this matchup. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.